Alright, so today we're installing a head unit.
Oh. So the reason why I hate this head unit is because I have to use this audio jack and a USB separately to charge my phone and play music, which kind of gets annoying because I do not like having two cords connected to one device just to, charge my phone and play music. Like I said, okay, so anyway, that's why we're changing to this new Sony unit. Yes, I'm going to be losing the functionalities of having a cassette tape player, like who nowadays uses these? Like, come on. And I lose the ability to use CDs. Again, who uses CDs? Anyway, I'm not a fucking boomer. So, yeah, we're going to be putting this CarPlay / Android Auto unit in this vehicle. It comes with a remote. It's pretty cool. It's like if I want to play videos and shit. So yeah, this is what it basically comes with. Obviously, it comes with the unit itself. It comes with screws, felt tape. Yeah, felt tape. USB extension, because we'll get to that in a little bit. Why I have that. And then there's a steering remote cable that I don't really need, because why would I? Because I don't have any steering wheel controls on this thing. So that just goes back in the box. But yeah, so I think what I should also mention is that I bought this dash kit separately because the stock radio is slightly wider than aftermarket units. So aftermarket units usually extend out to like from my middle finger to where my thumb is, like from the tip of my nails, And then I got this harness because thank you Crutchfield for coming in clutch with the whole wiring on this, because I don't really want to solder the wires myself, because I just want to save time. If you don't know what you're doing with wiring, go to Crutchfield's website and buy a head unit and have them do the wiring for you if you are very clueless, because honestly I could have done it myself. I have a soldering iron, I just didn't feel like doing it. I also forgot that the unit comes with a microphone. But for now, we got to rip the dash trim out. So far, I'm going to make this more generalized towards people who want Celicas. Take off the shift knob, pry up, use a pry tool because you don't want to break shit, but I've done this so many times, I'm already used to how I'm supposed to take this thing apart. Disconnect that wire. Actually, I didn't have to disconnect that because, well, essentially you just want to get this thing out first, right? So there's a little harness plug behind here, because I guess there's a light on the back of this trim piece for the shift boot and your ashtray. There's a little connector back here disconnected. You don't need to disconnect that. You could just leave that alone because it's a part of this harness. Yeah. So set that to the side. Alright, and now we get to the fun part. We have to take off the knobs. That one just pulls off right there, like that. And then you take the dials straight off like this. Like that. And then like that. Alright, cool. Try not to lose those. Me, on the other hand, I'm probably going to lose those. Okay, now there's going to be 4 screws that are visible now. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4. You take those out with a Phillips. I recommend a P2 bit. A P2 Phillips bit. And then this whole trim piece should just pop right off. And I'll get to that in just a little bit because I forgot to get my tools. Great. Alright, so I already took off the screws. They're in a safe spot, kinda. And now this should just pop right off. Be very careful. I recommend using a trim tool. For me, I'm just using my hands because I'm dumb like that. I really don't. I think it's best if I just use two hands, so give me one sec here. What? Oh, there we go. Ugh. Once you get to this point, you might want to consider that there's a harness connected to the clock. So I disconnected it like so, right there. And now you set this to the side because we're not going to need this for the time being. So just set it back with the other parts. There you go. Alright, so now you have access to getting the head unit out of the car. So there's 4 10mm bolts. So grab your 10mm and get your extension. I recommend use whatever socket extension that you can use, so that way you can reach the bolts. Okay, I think I'd rather just use the longest extension that I could use. That way I don't end up scratching anything on accident. So one. Oh wow. Okay, I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed. So we're going to be reusing the OEM brackets on the new unit, which I'm going to probably do off camera because this is probably going to take 2 hands. So I don't really have 2 hands right now, and this is going to take a while. So I'll be right back. Well, it took some finagling, but I got it out. This plug was a pain in the ass to get off, but it's whatever. It's the plug that goes on this side of the head unit. So I took off the radio antenna and then the plug harnesses. I don't know why there were 2 antenna ports here, because there's like 2 wires right there. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, now that the radio's out of the car, we could reuse these brackets. We have to take them off, and then yeah, I'll get on with it. Okay, so if you want to get the brackets off, it's 10mm. I lied. It's not 10mm. It's a good thing I'm getting this on camera, because this would be a very good tutorial video for anybody that gives a shit. So that, save that for later. It has to be an 8mm. It is an 8mm. Wow, great, amazing. Wow, who would have thought? Alright, then you take your bracket off like this. Boom. Alright, we don't need you anymore. Get the fuck out. So I got the dash kit in. I have the bracket in. I was able to get 2 of the OEM screws on the new unit, but I had to use the 2 Metra screws that I got from Crutchfield that came with the installation kit. So whatever, I guess it works. So now I gotta, that was a phone. I gotta take the USB extension, or the USB cords apart, and then I gotta connect them. Fuck. So gray is right front. White is left front. What did they... Okay, I guess my cords are connected together. That's weird. Left front. And then green and purple, or violet, whatever they want to call it. So green is left rear. So that's white. No. Yeah, green is left rear. Purple is right rear. Like that. Alright, whatever. Oh, and I made a little side note. Put the mic here, and I routed it through the steering column behind the dash, and here is the cords. So I think we're almost ready to plug everything in, minus the parking brake still needing to be connected to the harness down here, which I still got to find the wire to get to the parking brake. Oh wait, never mind, I see it, it's right there. And then we're done. Alright, I guess this is the part of the video where we will see if it actually turns on, because I just plugged in the harness and everything. Oh, came on. Okay. Oh, we're not gonna worry about the remote just yet. So it's 2020, COVID. Is what, the 18. No, 16. It's 16. I don't care. Shut up. Don't tell me what to do. All right, we're already in. It's already it's on. Okay, so earlier how I mentioned, actually wait, I'll show it to you once the vehicle's already put together. But right now, I gotta wire this shit up. Yeah. Luckily, the kit came with some vampire clips, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, some vampire clamps. I guess you could call these vampire clamps. Not really the ones that I remember using, but... Okay, so this is how I have everything wired up. Everything's all tidied. I have the parking brake cable running from the back of the AC controls down here. I'm going to tape it up with the factory harness leading up to the parking brake. Yes, I did. It's not gonna look OEM. I mean, I could do that later, but right now I just want to use the unit as is, and I'll probably do a better job wiring it to the stock harness, make it look cleaner. For now, it'll do the job. And yeah, I'm gonna put everything back together and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, and just like that, everything is back together. All the trim is back in, shift knob's back on, and I can do this. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, so pretty much what I was saying at the beginning of the video, this head unit does not expand all the way from end to end, so that's why you have this dash kit to fill out the gap. And yeah, I mean, well, it's doing the job. I feel like it's more stable on one side than the other, but honestly, pretty much not gonna notice it. Like, yeah, as long as I don't fill it with it, I'm not gonna notice it. But yeah, there you go. And if you want to help support the channel, hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.